Yeah, welcome and very good afternoon to one and all. We are on the day 10 of India Startup 360's flea market session. This is empowering women entrepreneurs is the topic, and today we are going to have a very brainstorming session because we have many uh, women achievers on our podium today, and it is definitely going to be a very interesting session as well as a brainstorming session. I just wanted to introduce the juries to you today, and we have Ms. Manjusha Parial, Director of Bose Agro Analytics Private Limited, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. And of course, she'll be joined by Ms. Priyanka Rangari, Director of Esper Electric Company and also Golden Lotus from Pune, to be joined by Ms. Priya Kotari, CEO of Youth Aid Foundation from Pune again. And also we have Ms. Rituparna Pariyal, founder and CTO of Exascale AI Private Limited, who hails from Ireland. Of course, right now, due to this pandemic conditions, he is there at Raipur again. Uh, we will be joined by Dr. Doreen Robin. She is founder and director of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation from Chennai. To be joined by Miss Maya, founder of Canvas Kala, and of course, the last panelist of the evening is going to be Miss Edna Benjamin, co-founder and director of Form Again. So this is a very elite panel because we have all women background having coming from technological background. I'm not sure that how I am going to compete with the technology because fingers crossed. So without much time delay, I call upon Ms. Manjusha Pariyal to deliver her keynote address of the day. And just to give you a brief about Ms. Manjusha, she, she is a postgraduate in finance and operations with PGDBM and research associate, certified Z consultant, and a certified lead auditor of quality, environment, and safety, that is ISO 9001 and 2015, and also 14001 and 2015, and who has the 18,001 and 2007 certified HR analyst and metrics professional, and a certification in business analytics and data mining, total quality maintenance and TPM and SS. Of course, the list continues, has a very huge experience of close to 25 years. So I now call upon Ms. Manjusha to give her keynote address and enlighten us how women can be empowered in the technical domains. Over to you, Ms. Manju, please. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank Partha sir for inviting all of us for this networking and discussion. It's a great job, sir, you're doing, and the kind of connects that you've been continuously helping us do in our business. I am really happy to be on this platform today, interacting with all of you. As Partha was mentioning, I would just like to start that when I started my journey in the year, I'm basically from a corporate field, but after my daughter was born, I realized that I needed to get into, and I always wanted to do entrepreneurship, but in the year 96, I was actually, I really jumped into entrepreneurship with a very different ball game. It was consulting, strategic consulting and process consulting. That too in a place called Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh at that point of time, Raipur was a very small place, but it had all the big industries here because this is a very mineral rich area. So we had companies, big steel plants and power plants, and you talk about the SAIL and BSP. So when the whole business started, I mean, everybody was like, how you going to go and approach, and who's going to give you an assignment? And I was totally a freelancer at that point of time. But frankly, I was very confident on the services that I wanted to offer. And initially, when we started the journey, we really, I mean, I just send a few offer letters or kind of my services to a few industries. The first client whom I addressed or whom I met was Jindal Power and Steel. Most of you must be aware, but it's again a very big steel plant. So they, when I approached with my ideas and all, they were like, "Come on, how do you think you'll be able to do any kind of change? You've been in the industry for so many years. You're just a beginner. How do you think you'll be able to change the processes and design a system over here?" So frankly, at that point of time, I was very confident about whatever thoughts, whatever knowledge I had, and we started working on a small project for them in a period of 2 years that really shaped up well, and that's how the whole journey started. But just to narrate, technology is something which is all pervasive, and we can see that today businesses all over the world are witnessing the most significant disruption in decades. And this transformation is largely by technological changes. Earlier, when we had organizational setups, we had an IT department separately handling the IT task force, the software, and the hardware. But today, all that, sorry, today all those processes have been blended, and technology has become a part of any function or any process in every organization. It could start from the gate of an organization till the CEO. Everybody has to work on the data and everybody has to work on the technology. What I've learned in the last few years as working in this field, there is a learning which is happening every day. As an entrepreneur, you need to upgrade and upscale yourself every time before the market changes. I remember it was in the year 2010 or 2011 that I enrolled myself into a program in IIM where I really needed to understand what is this big data all about and what they're talking about. Let me understand the subject before I jump into it. So it took me almost 3 to 4 years to understand the entire process and and that too, again, I can tell you, I'm still learning. It's just a tip that I have learned till now. And that sort of helped us create a solution, technology solution for our clientele. Till date, we have handled more than 300 plus clientele across the globe. But the technology as a solution, we've just been working in the last 4 5 years because that's the solution, that's the requirement of the season. Just to start about the first client that we worked about in technology, a retail client who was there in the market for almost 20 years, but the client was going into degrowth, and they wanted to know exactly where the problem is and how the solutions could be developed along the problems. So when they gave us the entire data set of 20 retail stores, we could actually come out with the solutions of where the inventory is stuck, where is that area where the organization is really spending a lot, but the returns are not out of the sales that they are doing, and that sort of helped that organization to scale up their business and get a profit of more than 20-25% in the next year. Today, that organization has scaled up their retail stores to around 55 stores in this region. Such kind of solutions are possible only through various technological interventions. We have worked with various steel plants around in this region, various cement plants, wherein, the machines, there are huge amount of data in the machines. There are huge amount of data which are lying idle in various softwares and the kind of data reports that the organizations are preparing. You just need to understand how the data has to be taken, how the data has to be blended, understood, and business solutions could be coming out from that data. That is all we've been doing from last few years. Lastly, I would say that in the last 2 years, we've also started working on a few platforms. One of the platform that we've recently worked on is an agri-tech platform, which I think Rituparna will be elaborating on later. From the journey that I've had for so many years, there are a few learnings. One is you have to be really competent and you have to be very confident on the subject that you're working on. If you're not competent with the solutions that you are taking to your market, you will not have clients who would understand or even listen to you or even giving you the task. Secondly, the communication that you do when you are talking to your clients, that communication clarity and the output that you want to deliver to your customers, you have to be very clear on the specific output that you are delivering to the client or the customer. Thirdly, there has to be a persistent effort which has to come from your interactions or which have to come from your business. If there is no persistence in your efforts, you may not get the results. Because sometimes as a young entrepreneur or as an entrepreneur, you tend to take on a task and that doesn't result into an outcome. You start getting, disheartened by those situations. You need to understand you have to go ahead persistently if you're confident on your delivery and your outcome. Results will automatically flow. And that's when you get that result, and the pleasure of getting it is beautiful. And that's the kind of learning that you get as an entrepreneur. The last thing which I would like to say is learning. As an entrepreneur, what I have realized, whatever you learn from your college income, and over this journey, every year I believe I've learned something new during the tenure of entrepreneurship. Because if this learning stops, you actually stop growing, and that's the time when you know your business is not going to go ahead now. So you have to have that learning curve and that learning attitude forever as an entrepreneur. Because as I told you, being a student of management, practicing management for 25 years, in the last 10 years, I've been talking about only technology and trying to blend management and technology and going to the industries again and again. So when I talk about learning, it is a part of a entire curriculum which you have to follow again and again. And definitely, what Partha sir is doing today is networking. Networking is one of the essence of any kind of entrepreneurship, may it be tech, may it be any other field. If you're not networking enough, you're not able to share your ideas on various platforms. You're not able to go for a win-win in the a synergic effect in this entire journey. Definitely, any businesses, may it be a tech or any other, would not survive. So my input would be to the various entrepreneurs who have come on board, and the learnings that I've had is that there has to be a networking continuously. There has to be a learning continuously. You have to have a passion for whatever you're doing. You have to love whatever you're doing, because if you don't have the passion and the love for the work that you are into, definitely after a particular period of time, you'll get bored and you'll come out of it, because you're not going to get results every time. There would be times when you don't get results, but you have to continuously go on doing your task. Definitely the results would come, and the fruit and the benefits that you get being an entrepreneur is excellent. The kind of respect that you demand from your people, the way kind of affection that you get from your customers and the people around you is again something it's too rewarding. It's more than the kind of margins and profits that you gain. So that journey of entrepreneurship itself is such a satisfying journey. In fact, I have been in a lot of forums in IIMs and all. When I go and teach the students, I normally tell them that, rather than getting into a job, kindly get into an entrepreneurship model, because that's the thing which will keep you going forever. So for and that is all I would like to say today, because we've got many more speakers on board and I wouldn't like to take their time away also. Thank you so much.
Yes, so kind of you, madam. It's really a very good retrospect of your journey that you have carried from your college days to your career, and how you are practicing the big data, and how the students can get into the real time tough job. That is the very apt example that you have given, and set the forum alive. Now I would like to call upon a teacher by profession, and of course, and who preaches every inch of technology to the students, Dr. Doreen Robin, a good friend of mine from Chennai, who um, um, sorry, I'm having bit health issues upon that. Yeah, who says, Madam Robin, can you please come on? Okay.
Yes, thank you, Partha sir, for the invitation that you've given. And it's beautiful to get connected with entrepreneurs, and special with women achievers, right? So it's and also I was quietly listening to the talk of Manjusha ma'am. Right, how was her journey? Is that is a real breakthrough. Really, when we get married and we get kids, to balance both family and work is quite challenging, and um, and I think it's just God is giving us a grace to blend through things. All right. So I was by professional, I'm a professor, right, a computer science professor. I was teaching to engineering colleges for a decade. As soon as I completed my ME, I started my job at Assistant College of Engineering. After which I got PhD. That time I need to take up a decision to go on to a full-time. Then I started my full-time research. Once I completed, I joined as a professor and at SBC, and then I moved to Loyola ICAM College, and I had been a professor and HOD for the Department of IT. And this journey was for about 10 years. And that time I had two kids, right? I need to balance family work. Yes, I had different challenges. At one point of time, I always have this in my lifestyle. Every 5 years, what should I need to do? Right, for the first 5 years, how do I do the next 5 years and next 5 years? So then in 2017, I made a very hard decision to quit my job and to start a research and development company. All right, even when I used to work, I used to conduct workshops. I will be the resource person, because as rightly said by Manjusha ma'am, learning is a consistent process and it's an everyday process. Whatever we have learned in the syllabus is not what we are going to do. All right, and then I had a great passion on learning new technologies and training people. I always think it's not only learning to ourselves to keep, but to train people on technologies too. And that is where this vision came, right? To have a different dimension on research and development. Then myself and my husband were just mind blowing how to work on with that. Then we started a foundation named as Computational Research in Computational Intelligence Research Organization. Okay, Computational Intelligence Research Organization, wherein we started with a Section 8 company with the motto of research and development and train people on technologies. And also every time you see internships for students, we brought a new thing of training internship of faculty members. Everything is hands-on, and we work with corporate projects. And And as I was so happy to see Manjusha ma'am, like last week from Jan 3rd till Jan 7th, I'd been handling FTP on big data analytics like Hadoop, installation of Hadoop, HDFS, Pig, Hive, Cassandra, MongoDB, Apache Spark, and visualization using Tableau. So every time it's a new technology that we learn. So, and then we started working on taking students, training them from scratch, and pushing them into companies. And there are, so, as we say, success doesn't depend upon what we get the money that month. Sometimes you get, sometimes it's zero, but still you have an happiness. Okay, I always use this quote as one of my vision. Your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same. I repeat it. Your desire to change, your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same. So we could have stayed on the same college. Okay, I'm not telling the profession is not good, but something it shifts. But by this, during this pandemic time, if you have got a chance, you can check onto my YouTube channel, Doreen Robin. More than 100 plus of videos live streaming, right? And even this entire week, we've got so many events blending out of it. But the success doesn't come. See, when we can really experience the fruit of success or taste of success, only when we experience failure. Okay, well, we taste salt on the food only when it's absent. If there is salt always in the food, we don't know the absence of salt. Okay, same way success and failure is just the same. But the money, the finance is not only thing that is always what do I say? That is not always the happiness factor, but it's a journey, and every day we learn technologies, and also we get connected with people. And this is a beautiful platform what Partha sir has done today. Getting connected, we would have not got a chance to get. It's so beautiful to hear, and still waiting to hear from others too. All right, and this is what is on to especially to women achiever. We got time to spend time with the kids, and then we have to blend and whatever. So I start my day morning 4 a.m. I start my day by morning 4 a.m. preparing things and doing the work, blending. And most challenging is that, and one thing was very, very clear. When we communicate with people, we need to be clear and crisp what we are able to do, what we can deliver it. And the next venture that we started with, many people, they are not properly guided on research and development. So we have like one-to-one connection with the researchers. Okay, they come with problem definitions. Then we mindstorm with people and network with people, find solution to problem and train. It doesn't happen like 1 day or 2 days. It takes months, but the end result is so fruitful. And this year we are working with more than 5 to 10 research publications on like SCI journals and WOS, all right, where in which you need to have a real result. Okay, and when you know technology, when you're not, see, a key will fit only for a lock. A key cannot fit for all locks. So same way, people come with different problems, with different ambitions. And how do you take them into it? We need to work, and we need to have dedication and passion towards it. It's not a time-defined job. When we become entrepreneurs, it's not. Sometimes myself and my husband, when we start working, we have sleepless nights. We need to work to complete products, give it to customers, and things. And sometimes we'll be very free, waiting for things to happen. So the greatest lesson on entrepreneurship that I have learned is to be patient. Everything doesn't achieve. Sometimes it will be like to the end of it, you're going to get it. Everything looks so good. Wow, 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 matter. But end of it, oh, they don't turn up, they don't take up your calls. Then you know how to adjust it. Okay, this is just a missing job. You have got a better job to achieve it. But whatever it is, what is defined for you, by God's grace, we will receive it. But to be patient is very important. And also one thing that I would like to share, everybody doesn't support you. Okay, everybody doesn't support. What is this? And once I left my job, people said, you are earning well. Why do you want to leave the job? Why do you want to do this? You're taking a foolish decision. Maybe it may be for them, but it was not an easy journey. The road was very hard with a lot of thorns. People trick you. The things happens, but still only one thing, you have a vision. I always like this quote, and this is always my quote. When you have a vision, okay, without an action, it's just a dream. Okay, sometimes we think that I have, when still if I have not left my job, starting a research and develop company would be it's just a vision, and if there is no action, it become a dream. Okay, a vision without an action is just a dream. When we do an action without a vision, it's just a time pass. Example, if you take a mobile phones, we see keeping Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, it's just an action, but there is no vision. It's just a time pass. Only a vision with an action can bring a major difference. I repeat, a vision with an action. See, we are all entrepreneurs here. Everybody here is an achiever. Okay, Partha sir had a vision to connect people. But only if he has a vision, if it is not conducting events, he consistently conducts some events or the other, right? To get connected with people. Okay, and then a vision with an action always brings a difference. That is what my company came into existence, called Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. I'm so happy to get connected with you, finding even more to do different jobs with you all, for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the society. And myself and my husband, we are also promoters of SDG. My husband is working as a dean in an Sairam group of institution innovation, and we promote sustainable development goals, how to bring it to technology, to students, because students are the citizens, right? They are going to be the futures of it. So we are also there. My parents, they founded a school called Bethel Matriculation School, now which we have CBSE, and I take care of the administration part of the school. And you have got, this is a very big challenging task during this pandemic, but it is we are able to do it because sometimes the students, parents say, wow, it's good. Sometimes they say, no, why do you conduct online classes? Then everything you need to have a patience to justify them, make them clear the methodology, what we take to them. It's and also as entrepreneurs, we should always listen to what are the other part of positivity that they speak. Then only we can change. It's all a trying. Every time we cannot be correct, every time will not be wrong, and every time we cannot be good to everybody, every time we cannot be bad to everyone. So it is on our vision, how defined we are, how focused we are, and what is the action that we take, that it impacts people. And that was really challenging. And then we, at every part, I registered this. We are ambassadors of Negli Masila Tamil Nadu, to prevent plastics. So wherever you give talks, you're entrepreneurs, right? You give talks, kindly sparkle it out. It's just a seed. We cannot totally eradicate plastics, but see, we have not chosen those opportunities, just climb to us, right? And avoiding plastic is one of very, very, very important task. And when you speak to 100 people, at least 20 may listen to it. It's not complete avoiding, at least reduction of it, because our ancestors have made the society so good for us to be usable. Are we doing the same? A small task. You cannot make, everybody cannot make a big change in the entire world, but everybody can impact some change onto the others. So we all are change makers, right? I believe, because we are all entrepreneurs, we have taken a different route from others. And that's what, and we have 2021 has been so good, with ups and downs. And then once, as a team of a foundation, we went and saw people on the road on December 27th, right? We had a vision of giving bed sheets to people on the platforms. I'm staying in Chennai, near in Annanagar, that's Ayanavaram. So throughout the places, that time, sometimes we have vision, we have a site, that is, we are able to see, but we don't have vision. But when we saw people on the roads, and we just, it's not a bigger thing that we've done, it's a very small thing. But when we gave them bed sheets, right, I made one point, the vision was to give them very good quality bed sheets of just 50, okay, and it went and reached only people on the platforms. And they, I saw one person there. He just having lungi, okay, he didn't have banyan, he was just on the platform. When we gave, he just covered it and he slept off. We went late night. And why do I share this with you? See the mindset of people. Out of the people we saw, 2 people on the platform, they said they were also having a bed sheet. Most of them didn't have, and two said, and the bed sheets were, what do I say, they were torn and they were full of dirt, okay. But when we gave it to them, they said, at least I have this one, go and give it to the people who don't have. 2 people out of the team that we met. This really shook me. See the mindset of people. We start complaining things when we have. When we don't have anything, we don't have anything to complain. See, and that is, if those could have a heart, and we can do more for the upliftment of the society, especially. And when I speak to students, I register this point: learn in India, work for India. So that sometimes we learn and we try to shift, right? When we work for India, we have to bring India to the next, as not, it's still a developing country. No, it should move on to be a developed country. And you and me are going to take a major part into this reformment. I once again thank Partha sir for giving me this opportunity to share my views. And all the best. A happy new year to the entire people onto this team. Thank you. God bless.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Doreen. And one aspect which you have not spoken about you that I would like to cover is your choirs and your gospels. You are good at everything. So thank you very much for your thorough insight. And
Yes, I could, as
yeah,
sir told, we are into the spiritual thing also, and I said I start my day by 4 o'clock every day, 5 to 6. I conduct a prayer meeting for the youth. It's not only the spiritual thing, just a counseling of how how we handle things. And sometimes we are stressed, we are strained, right? Just counseling that we do, and we release worship albums on. It's on to my YouTube channel that you could say. I have a small testimony to share for just 2 minutes. On 2015, when I had been the HOD of Loyola Ecom College, I had fever. I came back home. The next day, when I was there, the next day I had an event. May 1st, I had an event for an inspection. I was not able to go because the fever was too high. Early morning on May 1st, when I went to the restroom, after I sat on my closet, I was not able to get up. I was not able to pass urine right from the last day of April. Then my husband carried me to the hospital, and my bladder was having 2 liters of urine, but it was not able to pass it out. And they used catheter. The next day, the sickness, I don't know what was the sickness. It became very sick. Below my hip, nothing moved. My hands, I didn't have any coordination. And they took MRI, CT, every scans they took, and the doctors, they wrote, I will not be able to walk furthermore. Okay, that was the thing they told. My toe didn't move, below my bladder. After 13 days from the hospital, I wrote that I want to go to home. They just carried me with the catheter. They just came and kept me because I was not. Imagine below my hip, if you're not able to walk, you will not be able to rotate also. And that time, we really praise and thank God. And then they said no, and doctor said she will be able to walk only through wheelchair. After 40 days, my bladder started working little by little, and then I went to a very crucial stage. And July 2nd, my toes started moving. And at that time, my parents, my husband were the only people who were taking care of me. I avoided everybody because people come and say, you know what happened? For you, this happened. You have done so much things. And then it really puts you down. I took a decision. No, I don't want to see anybody. That time, my son was just 1.5 years. And my daughter was 5.5 years. Okay, I took, and people said, why she doesn't want to see? No, they come and put your spirit down. Okay, because now already you are in a very critical situation. And when they took MRI, CT scan, they were not able to find. I little had memory loss during that time. And after that, when I came up, now I'm taking workshops for 5 days, for 2 days, throughout standing, helping people on technologies, on corporates, onto institutions, onto faculty. It's really greatest miracle. And the doctor who wrote I will not be able to walk, he was so amazed to see that I was able to walk again. It's the greatest miracle that God has done in my life. I'd like to praise and thank God. Thank you, Partha sir, for reminding me.
thank you, thank you. God is really great. I have also gone through such a phase very recently. I'm still fighting it out. In fact, a little bit of memory retardation happens and the continuity is not there. But still, I am trying to do more and more shows and trying to come out of it. Thank you very much for the emotional delivery. I now call upon another young lady from deep south Coimbatore, Miss Edna Benjamin. She is, of course, a friend of mine, Mr. Benjamin Raja from Coimbatore. They have AI plus ML plus IoT, all sort of implementations put together. I would like to hear from her and as to how she manages the both ends of the family as well as the business. Over to you, Edna, please. Edna, are you there?
Sorry. Good evening, everyone. I'm
Yeah.
Edna Pitman, co-founder of Farm Agro Private Limited. It's basically a farm automation company based on artificial intelligence. So basically, I was a university gold medalist without any career ambition. I just wanted to become a good housewife. So whenever in my college days, whenever they ask me what is your ambition, I'll always tell everyone that I'm going to be a housewife. But then the teachers will always ask me, then why are you getting good marks and getting gold medal, everything? Then I used to tell that's just to please my parents. But my ambition is only to become a housewife. So it was. Then it was going like that for 10 years, and finally one day my husband, he uh, he was in a high profile job. He decided that he is going to quit the job because he was bored of it, and he wanted to do something to the society and to the uh, people at the bottom of the pyramid. So when he decided that, that piqued my interest, and I became an entrepreneur after 10 years of being a housewife. So actually, we wanted to make agriculture a highly profitable profession, and we wanted to bring the younger generation back to farming because all the younger kids started going out and started doing some other job. So we wanted them to come back to farming by making farming more easier and stress-free using technology. And so, if you see globally, agri-tech is very new stuff, and it's not very mature, unlike other fintech or some other technologies. So we had a humongous amount of R&D going on in the company. So that R&D, I got interested in that R&D, and then I decided to give up my ambition of being a housewife and jump straight into entrepreneurship. So in the R&D phase, we were developing many hardware and software platforms, and then it was very tough for us, and I was just helping my husband with everything, and all the hardware and software were indigenously built in-house. And after several years of R&D, we finally have our own patent technology platform called Grotron, which is like now last 3 or 4 years, all the farmers, they have gained confidence in using using our technology, because our technology it unleashes the maximum productivity of any crop. So we have been recognized by many organizations, and even within India and outside also, we have received many awards. And now it's going on like that, and now we have even signed a project with the Spain government. So that's it from university student without any ambition, and then secondly becoming a housewife, and currently a successful entrepreneur. That is my life journey, which is very incredible. It's like I never believed that I will be in this position when I was young. So it's different. So happy to meet you all in this platform, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Edna. You're so modest, having achieved such a long and a very high-profile achievements. You guys are really doing a great job deep there in
Thank
the
you.
bottom of the pyramid, empowering the farmers. Basically, it's a very noble cause. Okay, but you are very modest and not willing to accept that what you have done, and then like trying to play a very low fiddle. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
I have another young lady from Pune joining us, who is also there in the automation, Ms. Priyanka Rangari. Over to you, Priyanka, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Parthasarthi sir, for giving me this platform and opportunity to speak and share my views. Hello, everyone. My name is Priyanka Rangari, and I hail from a small city in Maharashtra, which is Nagpur. And why I'm saying small, because in terms of the metros or the opportunities industry-wide, if we talk about. So when I have started my journey after my BSc Chemistry in 2007, I came all the way to Pune to complete my MBA in Marketing Communications. And after that, I headed the public limited companies like Kirloskar Brothers. I was the national brand manager for Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance, and I headed the process cooling division for Thermax for last 10 years. So it was my corporate journey as a national brand manager and international marketing division of theirs. And post which me and my husband have started our own entrepreneur journey. He's actually had started well before me. So I have left my corporate career and joined him as an entrepreneur. It was a tough journey to change the mindset of a working high paid salaried jobs, and then going from the top to the again right from the scratch you have to start. So it's a tough journey, and it's a a mindset shift entirely, I would say. But it helps immensely to grow as a person, being as an entrepreneur, I must say. And talking about the entrepreneur journey, so we have two companies. One is industrial automation company, which is Spoir Electric Limited, private limited, and another one is a Golden Lotus venture, which is a which is into a lifestyle segment. So what we are trying to do in Golden Lotus is so our ancient Indian heritage and culture, what we used to use, very authentic, original, handmade, natural, and very pure products.
Priyanka, I think you can mute your video. Your bandwidth is a bit low. Maybe if you mute your video, your voice will be better.
Yeah, is it fine now, sir?
Is it my problem with my end, or others are also facing the problem?
Am I audible?
You are audible. You are audible.
Audible.
Am I visible?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, you're visible.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what we're trying to do in Golden Lotus is, what I wanted to say is they in the olden times, be it food or be it medicine or be it any part of our lives, we used to use very pure, authentic, and natural products. So now it's all industry-wide, chemical use and all the artificial things that we are onto already. So we are trying to revive whatever is our ancient heritage and culture, and those kind of products, for example, incense sticks, just for an example. But then there will be a lot of other products as well in food, or maybe that the we used to have that that stick which we used to do with datun, we used to say. So like, those kind of products are not just for example for the teeth cleaning. It used to imbibe good health of your mind. It used to imbibe your good sleep. So there are lots of good salient effects with those kind of products. So now the products are that we have introduced is dhoop and natural handmade and hand rolled, and with the natural essence of fruits or flowers. So that is a incense stick, which is completely chemical free, and it's giving long your burning capacity,
Fragrance,
as well
okay.
as pure incense for many hours. So I would take this opportunity if I'll get the addresses of everybody. So I'll just send across
We'll
those
definitely share it. We'll definitely
products.
share it.
So
Not to
when
worry.
we use that experience, so I think then we get the whole lot of difference about these products and why we should use these products, even for spiritual journey, even for the mental focus, or even for the kids education. So it's everything is related to your environment, and how you stay at home, and how you make your positive impact in the environment as well. And next, I just wanted to share my thoughts on the women empowerment. So, little digressing from our entrepreneurial journey. So, I would feel, as we all are now, mothers and elderly family members, as a woman. So I just feel that the woman and empowerment starts from when you have a daughter and a son, and you as a mother have whole lot of responsibility when you teach that girl and that boy that you're not different, you both are humans first, rather than giving them gender oriented, work. That girl should, go in the kitchen and help the mother, and boy should go help the father to, buy some groceries, or go do the outside chores with the vehicle and everything. So this masculinity and feminine, the work differences, I really, want here to take this opportunity to say that the mother should stop this discrimination first of a boyish work and the girl work, so that this mindset in the happens in the family, and family is the base to build the nation. So the family makes cities, cities makes nation, and nation makes the world. So the basic the base root is family for every country to grow. So even in the women empowerment specifically, so why only we talk about women all the time, as if they don't have any empowerment as such. So I don't feel any difference as a woman or as a man. Basically, we should treat every human being first as humans. Then the gender biases comes later. So when we teach all this from the grassroots level as a family, and we don't get these biases, what you should wear, you should not wear pink as a boy, and you should not wear blue as a girl. So these small changes in the mindsets will have a huge impact on the society as a whole. And when we stop these discriminations, so I feel the women empowerment happens automatically. So there's no other type of empowerment that we need to give. Only this shift of minds, especially in the Indian scenario, if we talk about. So there's a lot of things which we talk about on an industrial platform like this, but very little has been spoken on the personal and social thread that we have uh, as a country. So right now, I think that's the most important point, I would say. And secondly, I feel all the girls and also the boys should have, at a school level, we should give all the physical training, at the sports training as well to them. So when we talk about women empowerment, so if there is any girl like you and me are walking on the street, and we are getting eve teased, or we are getting harassed by some or bullied by some boys or men or whatever. So in that scenario, you as a girl, or the good boy also sitting next to you, who is a good family background, you both should be able to defend yourself physically. So I must say all the schools, the boys, girls or co-ed education, all the schools should have this basic training of, physical, combat activities. Till 10th standard, as we have a fourth language we have additional languages. So I think why not we, put our kids to this, basic training, which makes them really empowered, even the girls and the boys. So that if there's something, going wrong with that girl, so other good boys also should protect them. So, they should also be empowered with those kind of skills. So I think these physical fitnesses and, the social thread that it's very less talked about, how to make, the society change. So we all are, hail from good industries and good backgrounds and everything. But I think these things starts, a little from the mindset change. And even in the industries that we work with, shoulder to shoulder with all the men colleagues of ours, and even the women are doing great in our industries. But I think the most important part is, treating every man and every woman, equally and as humans. So, and also, I would like this opportunity, I would like to take is the Golden Lotus, that the venture that we have already started. So it's actually giving the essence is to use our own strength, which our country already has. So, we are all having so much of westernized thoughts because of the, British empowerment, which has happened for more than 200 years. So they have given us, that continuous mind share that West is best. So everything which is in West is the premier and the premium and the, classy. And the Indian is like not that really good quality. So it has been imbibed over the 200, 250 odd years. But earlier, if you see the history of India, we were actually very much on the top of the world, be it in finance, be it in marketing. See the Chanakya Niti and the, we have for the management, everything is very much scripted. So in fact, even the Ayurveda, even the maths, we were the earlier person, the earlier country to launch in the worldwide. So we already have everything in our ancient history, well scripted and well experienced by our ancestors. So I think I would like to ask all of you to, go back to our grandparents' era and what they used to do as a lifestyle, how they used to lead their life, doing basic yoga in the morning, or walking for miles and miles when they were having no vehicles. So the basic 1 or 10% also, if we can able to take, how they used to make food in earthen pots, how they used to wear the khadi clothes or the cotton clothes. So these simple changes in the lifestyle, I think it makes a huge impact on our Indian economy, as well as the finance of our the GDP of our country also will be flapped very drastically if we change it at a family level. So these things come from a homemade artisans. So these kind of products, or what we are talking about, the ancient practices. So very small entrepreneurs actually work on that. So, the incense, or maybe the handcrafted jewelry, or maybe the clothes, or any products which are Indian heritage related. So when you boost this in your family, as a family, all the people in the family or the members are using these ancient products. So the Indian thread of the finance and the GDP will automatically change. The entire foreign impact of the products and technology will come little lesser. And I think we as India will shine and become stronger again as a world power, I must say. So these are my thoughts. and we should definitely, think about what we already have, in Bharat, not India. That is also given by British. So, हमारे भारत में एक्चुअली सब कुछ है जो बहुत अच्छा है. So yeah, that's all from my side, and I wish you all the women and men entrepreneurs on this platform of all the best and a very happy new year and a prosperous and a peaceful new year. Thank you. Thank you, Partha sir.
Thank God we are not having a women liberation session now. Anyway, it was rather emotional, and I could see beaming smile on all women's face. And Vijay Kumar Devaraj, my friend from UK, could not withstand it. He just left. It's a sheer coincidence. He'll be coming back, not to worry. Yes, thank you for the wonderful insight.
Yeah,
Priyanka.
small
You are out of the
addition
world.
of
You are out
points
of the world.
I would like to make. Can I make a additional point which I forgot?
Okay. So, taking it
Yeah.
further, I now call upon Miss Priya Kotari,
Okay.
who believes in empowering people on her own. She has a very multifaceted personality. So, I now call upon Miss Priya Kotari to enlighten us with her views about her achievements and also the measures that she takes to empower the women. Over to Priya.
Um, Good evening, everyone. I'm really sorry. I can't start the video, but because I'm somewhere outside, but it is an opportunity me to talk. So here I would like to introduce about the how Youth Ed Foundation has been started. So initially, in the you can say when we are Youth Ed Foundation is a non-profit company where we are promoting the micro entrepreneurship, where we are promoting the small scale businesses where they can get the opportunity to come to the ecosystem and show their businesses. So we definitely work on the CSR projects, but somewhere at the time of my journey how I started. So my experience when I completed my MBA, and after MBA I've started to work on the social cause marketing. So that was my project, and in that project I understood that when we talk about the social thoughts, and when we discuss about what are, there are many problems right now. COVID is one of the major problems, So that time, in my project period, I understood that somewhere this need to be communicated to all, and that's why I thought I should be not go to the corporate world. I have to, work towards the community where I can communicate their whatever their problems to the world. So I've started my one first venture was the media company called PRSK Media. In that media company, we are promoting the you can say the uh, all the NGOs, small, whatever the causes they work, we promote that. But when I've started to, promoting that product, that time I realized that entrepreneurship and, the grassroots entrepreneurship is the major cause where India can, give the support to them. Because if you can see the slums, there are many labor, and they do the housekeeping work. If they start something, a small business, so, they can come with a part of the ecosystem, and their income source can be added to their family income. So somewhere, so we focus on the women where and they can start with the micro entrepreneurship. So we have registered the Youth Ed Foundation 5 years back, and in 5 years we have started with initiation of promoting the micro entrepreneurship all over India. So we are promoting the you can say in around 10 states, and here the main part which we focus on the business plan preparation. So where we give them a you can say the support from starting their give them a orientation to giving them a mentoring the marketing support. So whole these things it's compiled at one platform. So we work on that. So we are having the women which started with the you can say the normal might be the idli vada snack center is there. Some has been started with the small you can say cookery center. So we are promoting this all small businesses, and we are engaging this all the this sector together at our platform. So this is about our work. But slowly, when slowly as we started to work with this woman, we understood that just starting a business, it's not a the you can say the starting a business and then it's done. It's not, because from last 3 years the business has been started 2000 in 2018. That woman has to be sustained till 2021. So how can this sustainability can happen? So we are finding a solution on the basis of providing them a we the platform where they can promote their products, and they can talk about what they're doing and how's their journey going on. So there we are doing this you can say call a Yes Summit program, where this all women from the different areas, they come together and they present their business idea. It's kind of the competition, and where we give them that chance and build their confidence to get their whatever business they're doing. Just think about that is what confident about that business. So we are working on that. And in COVID, the most challenging part was there, when we started the business of the woman, and in the lockdown, the business has been stopped again. This woman has to be restored. So somewhere, these are challenging, which we are working on, that how this businesses can be restored and they can be part of our ecosystem. So this is the work which we do. And thank you so much, Fat, for the opportunity for me today to talk about how we started this initiative. And definitely, all of your support, might be this cause we can reach to the major our vision. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Priyanka. It's a really people doing. And as we discussed earlier also, we will be definitely willing to work very closely with you people. And in any which way that the mankind can be empowered, we are open to all the proposals. So thank you very much. I now call upon the young lady from Chhattisgarh. She's, of course, from Ireland, and she has come down to India to uh, give her contribution to empowering the uh, farmers of India, and they are doing very exhaustive study and analysis of the data available, and trying to uh, put the Chhattisgarh in the international arena. So I now call upon Rituparna Pariyal to give our presentation and also our thoughts on how they can contribute to the empowerment of women. Over to you, Rituparna.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Am I audible all right? Yeah.
You are audible. You are audible.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So my idea would be sort of dovetailing everything that all of you said. So it is it's my honor to meet all of you today. It was very inspiring to hear to all of you, and I'm really happy to be given an opportunity to connect with all of you. So I will start by mentioning the core around giving. Okay, first I'll introduce myself. So my background is that I am a data scientist. I did my master's in Ireland, and I met my business partner Matthew there, and we started our company Exascale AI. We started doing data analytics based services there. We serviced a few companies in UK and Ireland, and then eventually I was very interested in social causes. As growing up, I was very ambitious, and I always wanted to do something related to social causes, and I wanted to use technology in order to reach masses in some way possible. And I was, using different methods to do that, and somehow I came across agri tech as an idea, and we started working with different different technology stacks, and That's when we realized that the entire agriculture sector as a whole is a very distraught sector, and there is a lot of data being collected at different levels. And that is what big data teaches us, that data is being collected all the time, and that we can leverage it in multiple ways. And there is something alarming that we also realized along the way, that around one third of the global population, around one third of the food globally goes wasted. And people around the world are still hungry and they're dying of hunger. So these were the core ideas that inspired our company, our product, Cropway, which is Exascale and Boaz Agri Analytics analytics product. So that's what I was very lucky, as my mother is in management consultancy and my father being the advisor in this project, who is heading the state's IT. So they have mentored me throughout the entire project, and my expertise being in data science, we built up this around the three core technologies of dynamic pricing and prediction pricing, as well as AI and disease detection. These are the core technologies that we built the whole concept around. So what we realized is that there are different stakeholders, and at each point of time there is some sort of data that is being gathered. And how can we connect all the stakeholders throughout the platform and give them information relevant to make informed decisions? So we are connecting all these people throughout our platform, and giving them an opportunity to throughout. It could be to do with selling their produce through us. It could be to do with buying agriculture inputs through us. It could be to find information. For example, we are working with a cluster of farmers who we are helping from the moment from to. I'm so sorry, I'm stuck here. So we are helping the farmers in order to also. Uh, I'm so sorry. Give me a second. We are helping those farmers in order to also think about what kind of seed they can plant, what kind of agriculture advisory they require, who do they need to all the we have like companies onboarded for implements, we have agriculture experts onboarded, we have geospatial specialists onboarded. All this information the farmers cannot understand, but we analyze that information for them, and we give them all the output that they need, and to implement it to make better decisions for the same. And then we also connect them to the output companies to sell that produce and get the best price possible. So it's basically that whole chain, we are simplifying it for them. So it's only been 2 months since we've started this testing of the whole process, and we've had a very good success. We have been incubated in four platforms, which is two in Europe and two in India. We have also secured a funding recently, which was one of her breakthroughs. And we have over 90 companies that we have onboarded. We have been able to identify a cluster of 3,000 SHGs, which will in turn give us an access of big farming groups as well. We are in talks with different government agencies to onboard farmers. So it's basically being able to provide everybody and connecting that whole chain through technology and mitigating risks for them. Our specialization is to do with technology and demystifying data for them. That's what we specialize in. And we can collect information for them, or they are already collecting information, and we can basically analyze that information for them and give them output for it. And we also have specialists who can basically understand that information for them and give them inferences from it that can help them make decisions for that agriculture related advisory. So that's in a nutshell the idea around Cropway. I'm so sorry I started stammering. I kind of lost track because I started listening to all your ideas and lost my way around that.
That's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Bit nervous. No, it's okay. It happens at times. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anything else that you would like to share, Ritu?
Uh, So I could tell you about my journey. I've always been very much into computers. I started using computers when I was 3. That is before I went to school. I was pushed into it before I could actually learn to talk or walk. So that's the way I work with computers. I'm better at it than I can speak. But I was always very creative. That's why my parents pushed me into it. And I know that I'm very young to get into this field, but since I'm ambitious, I'm trying to do a lot of things that are, fast and beyond my reach at the moment. But this field in general really motivates me. If I could, whenever I read stats about how many women are actually in technology doing really big things, it's not a lot. And I know that it's a platform and women are looked at as mothers and game changers and big things. But I do think that we need to be in decision making roles where we can make bigger impact. And that's where I see ourselves as a community, you know. Um, and I definitely think that if we work together and all your expertise, and I know you're all so humble, I know you're worth so much more than what you're saying. We, as women, always put ourselves lower than what we actually are. And I was the youngest to have participated in project management course because my father always put me into 10 things more than what I could have actually done. So I was in a class where people were like 10 times my age, and I'm SAS certified, and I have done around 10 to 12 programming languages, and I'm distinction in my masters as well. So, and I'm leading a team of around 40 people at the moment. So this is my journey right now at the moment. That's my achievement. And I'm happy because other people my age, they are out partying, where I am getting to meet wonderful women like you and getting acquainted to Partha sir. So, and I will be making this ad tech company Forbes under 30 very soon. So,
Excellent,
even,
excellent.
even
One quick question. You are mama's girl or papa's girl? How is that?
mom's here, I think.
Baba's
Yeah,
He's asking, are you a mom's girl or a Baba's girl?
both. I couldn't be one person, sir. Both equally.
Whom do you admire? That's what I wanted to ask. It is so
So your
kind of you.
voice.
It's a humble beginning. It's many congratulations and best wishes to you for the days to come. I think we are together can do more things. Okay. So I think we have heard the women achievers who have been in different aspects of life. We have one more senior women achiever from the other front. She has served the nation as a major of the as a major, and now trying her hands as an entrepreneur. If Major Kalevani can unmute and share her views a little bit, I think it will be much more apt. And Madam, I hope you are. Madam Kalevani,
Well,
are you
good evening
there?
and good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we can, please.
Sir, it's really shocking.
Hello.
It is. All of a sudden, you're asking me to share my thing. Sir, I am
A
here
soldier
as
should
a
be always
major.
prepared,
I have.
madam. A soldier should be always prepared. Yeah.
It's not a problem for me, also, sir. As you asked, you are your
Okay.
mother's pet or papa's pet. I can say both of them, sir. Because what I am here today is because of them. Because my father was a village administrative officer and my mother is housemaker. But even though she has given us the timely and good advice for us, never she scolded us, never she beaten us.
My God.
But her only thing is always she used to say that you have to, whatever you are doing, you must feel that yes, what I am doing is correct. You be truthful
I
to
think
your
he's
conscience. And my father used to say that when you are right, don't afraid of anything. Go ahead. So because
yeah,
like that
we
only
can
started
go
my life.
ahead.
Yeah, started my life. And with the Almighty's grace, still I am growing. And 87, I have joined as an instructor in NCC. Then after that, on promotion, and I have trained till now. There about 50,000 above cadets. I have all walks of life. That is their personality development and their physical and martial art and their technical skills also. It's one among our portion is to bring out the talents of the cadets. Though even they themselves will not know that they are having the talents, the hidden talents, to identify the hidden talents
Hidden
and
talent.
bring out the talents from the cadets. And me, I have with my mother always she
I think we lost her. The network is.
we never sit idea at home. From the childhood, always we will hear others. Hello, hello. Can you hear
A
me,
bit
sir?
of.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you. We can hear you.
we can
On and
hear
off,
you.
we
We
are
can hear
losing
you.
you, madam. On
Yeah.
and off.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
The network is
So it
not
is.
consistent.
Then, because of my father and mother's motivation, I am here today. But my mother left me at 21 of my age, and father left me at 24 years of my age. Eternally, they are with me and blessing me all walks of my life. So it is going
Quite
on
true.
like this.
Quite.
Now, my cadets, or many of them, they are in officers in many field. They are IFS officers and army officers, navy officers, and many of them is like that, police officers. And some cadets, they are international shooters also. Shooting at the firing, whom I have so many cadets, they have won their all India competitions in firing, dancing, and cultural thing, and many more things. It was went on my life like that only. Then after my 57 year of age, I have to retire. So I retired, but at the same time, I have energy till. I don't want to waste my energy, and that has to be used for the society, because
The
throughout I
society.
am serving
So
for the
kind of you.
society.
So kind
So
of
I
you.
wanted to continue
So
that. Then,
yeah, you are
then I
really
have
inspiring. We would like to hear some of the men over here. What is their prospect or what is their opinion about the achievers that we have seen today? I now call upon Dr. Prakash Sharma, a good friend of mine, and maybe he can share his view about the women empowerment and our achievers today. Dr. Prakash, are you there? Dr. Prakash, I see you there in the list. You can share your views. Mr. Hari Bhaskaran? Am I audible to others? I don't know whether my network
Yeah,
is
you are.
stable or not.
Good evening.
You are good.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is Hari Bhaskaran. Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Pata. It's wonderful hearing from all the women. Actually, it's interesting, and they have done
Sir,
a
can
lot
you
of
please
things.
introduce yourself? Can you please introduce yourself, please?
Sorry. Yeah, okay. I am Hari Bhaskaran from Chennai. I am mentor and serial entrepreneur. I am now doing the consultancy for small and medium enterprises. It's wonderful hearing our achievers and women, and all the best to you all. And the basic here is, I think one of the, I think Priyanka spoke very well on how the children to be brought up, the equality of men and women. That's very apt actually. And as far as I understand from my last 20 more years of mentoring, I understood that our next generation of women are pretty better than what I had in my this thing. So it's wonderful that I see a lot of technology technopreneurs are coming out. And another aspect, I feel that our society also supposed to support them in different ways. But of course, now the government as well as we have a lot of other NGOs are promoting, and of course that is the one aspect which surely the next generation will be in the right direction. And as far as the achievers is, they are still more social media you have to connect, and you are not yet been popular what you are supposed to. So you have to activate your social media activity. Your work and your purpose will get served in the to the last mile. So that's my suggestion to you all. So you are all still unsung.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hari Bhaskar. Dr. Hemlata, few quick words. We are, of course, running short of time, but still, I would definitely love to hear something from some of the audience, maybe. Dr. Hemlata, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, yes, madam.
Yes, sir. I am Dr. Hemlata, sir. I have the 26 years experience in research and administration. Later, I shifted to last after COVID as a social entrepreneur. I joined as a full-time in my organization. Earlier, I was working in a part-time. Now, I am working with the Silposati Industrial Project Consultancy Limited as a co-founder. Continue with this.
Okay. From which city, madam?
Sir,
from which
actually,
city?
basically, I am a Karnataka, but present we are working in a West Bengal, Kolkata, Darjeeling, Sundarban, Singur.
Excellent, excellent. So kind of you. Thanks for joining us. And
thank you, sir. It is interesting and it's a very more informative. I'm getting a more encourage from them others also, because my this one switched off my service to this one entrepreneurship. It's a good program.
Okay, thank you very much. Any few quick words from the panelist as a takeaway? Ms. Manjusha.
It was really quite an enlightening, evening, I think, and Sunday evening well spent, actually. Afternoon well spent. Yeah. Normally, otherwise, I would have really slept it off. Sundays are for sleeping, I think so. But it was such a beautiful gathering today, and the kind of expressions that you all have given. Each one of you been really great achievers in your own right. I can see a lot of common related. Communities amongst us also when you were speaking. Priyanka, I'm also from Nagpur, so I feel that's the great city, and life has been really, all over what I've understood, what we discussed today in the last 1.5 hours. All of us very strongly feel that there is so much to do, and everybody is capable of doing it. It's not the age or it's not the gender which is important. It is the mindset which is very important. In what I've seen, I've been mentoring more than 200 CEOs, the last 10 years, and I've seen it's not exactly. You may have a lot of wealth, but you may not be able to sustain it and take the business to the next level. Or there are CEOs or there are entrepreneurs who have nothing, but they've grown the business to in such a large scale just through the mindset, the right mindset, and a very clear cut vision of what they want and what they don't want. So you have to be very clear in your journey. This is what I want and this is what I don't want. This is what I can and this is what I can't. If that is clear, I think the rest of the journey is such a beautiful experience. I tell you, this is 25 years how it went, and I've started a new journey in this startup with Boaz Analytics in Cropway. That's a new journey altogether because again you're going to the market, again you're testing, again you're meeting the farmers, again you're sort of collecting the information, and based on that information, you're preparing your business model. That itself is a learning journey. And thanks a lot, Partha sir. I won't take much of time here, but I think so. Everybody here has really given such valuable inputs in this yeah, afternoon today, and wish to be meeting you again. Let's be connected. Let's keep our networking on, and let's see if we can synergize and create something really exemplary for the world. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Sir, I just wanted to add one last point to this platform. Um, when we all, talk about women empowerment as such, it's a little feminist attitude that I have, I must say. But then I think women are not even equal. They are far more superior than, the male species, if I can say.
Everybody has agreed.
Why? Because first of all, they are the procreators. So so the procreator can't be equal to the the species of male kind which they are having a progeny as. So they are the procreators. They are the mothers who actually give birth to the entire Earth human species. So first of all, they are far more superior, and second of all, mentally. So, mentally, if the mental grit and strength, or the patience, or, the kind of the metal you need to have in everyday life, to combat or fight the daily, battles of everyone. So women are far superior than men. Why I say this? Because they're handling your parents, they're handling my their own parents, they're handling the friend circle of yours and hers, their family, their job, their business, their gardens, their social, the kamwalas, or the car pochne wala, or the jhadu wala, the kachre wala, istri wala. They will have thousands
My
of
God.
chores happening at the same time. And
Never ending
the
list.
women,
Never
yeah,
ending
so
list.
the women will have, the thousands of thread stretching at the same time effortlessly. It's so flawless and seamless that women don't even realize that, they are really superior, far more superior. There's no equality at all. So, and also the stress level management. So the women are so stressful naturally, with everything, but it doesn't occur to our minds that, oh my God, we are handling so much. If even for one day you give all these things, including cooking, which is a very critical thing, and managing the household, even with the groceries and the
thank you, Priyanka. In the
so,
interest of time,
men would
we'll
not
have
like to have that,
yeah,
even
yes.
for a day, I must say.
Thank you. We
Living
have
families.
closed our ears. Don't worry. Okay, the all credit goes to women power, and of course, that is the main reason why the very show is here today. And we are here to empower you, not to discard
Yeah,
you or
no,
belittle you or
it
whatever
was
it
not.
is. Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of you and so thoughtful of you for joining this evening and making it more lively and all for fireworks that you have shown today. So I would like to hear something from Mr. Anantraman who has raised his hand. Yes, sir. Few quick words.
Good evening, and best wishes to all women entrepreneurs. Initially, I just entered, but I could not get the audio, and subsequently I came. And Priyanka madam was telling about some training to boys and girls. I would like to have it afterwards with Partha, and I would like to coordinate with all the women entrepreneurs here. I want to connect to all of them so that they can have good exposure and become a good entrepreneurs in future. Oh, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Any final words, Dr. Doreen?
It's good to be connected here, to listen to the story. And every story had a painful pain inside it. That is what I was able to understand, like from Edna ma'am, like
Emotional outburst. Emotional outburst.
Yeah. And I think Ritu is ma'am's daughter. I don't know. Yeah, she's a
Come
ma'am's.
again?
Ritu is Manju ma'am's daughter.
Rituparna, yeah, of course, yeah.
It's good to see. That's really an exemplary example, because bringing kids traveling in this situation onto the same vision of them, and maybe Ritu is like this, maybe after 50 years, the entire spectrum vision what they started will go and flow even more better. So bringing our kids onto the same track is one of the most challenging tasks in this world. Okay, they go here, there, and still bringing them onto the task. That's a wonderful study that I able to understand today. Yes, and as Priyanka
madam.
Women, but one thing, women can be successful along with the support of men. Yes, we cannot. Being as a family, at sometimes we need to be submissive.
Let me talk to Dr. Robin. I'll check it up. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for your
We
kind
need
words.
the entire family support, because even it's this. And one last point, it's not an 1.5 hour show. We need to get connected to prosper our nation to our external jet. Sometimes our vision is very small. It's not the end of it. We can get connected and do more for the betterment of the society. Thank you, Partha sir, once again.
Excellent. Thank you. Yes, Major Kalevani, few quick words.
Thank you for the opportunity you have given to me, sir. Then one more thing, as this is what the Partha's role is playing here, as Madam Priyanka said, everyone should be identified. We ladies, we have enormous power in us. I have no doubt in it. But at the same time, we must know that the hidden talents to bring out, and we need somebody to guide. That is the wonderful the thing Mr. Partha sir is doing it. Many of us, we don't know what is the talent we have. You know, that's really it's a noble service, we can say that. That when we ladies join together, definitely we can take this universe the best way. As Priyanka, you said, we can bring back and we can live in the ancient days, how they lived happily. Without
rather, I would like to put it like this.
Then only we can Be happy.
Quite
We
true, quite
need
true.
Shiva also.
We had lot
Okay.
of flowers scattered here
Thank you,
and
sir.
there, and I took the pain of getting everybody together and making it as a garland, and it is definitely a wonderful evening today, and we had a thorough insight of various achievers, how they fought into and how they made their life, and how they become the real achievers of the day. So yes, an action with the direction, as Dr. Doreen said, and also as rightly put, by the side of puppets, somebody wants to become an achiever, and then they can prove that they're metal or whatever it is. Yes, everything is well taken. That as a takeaway of the session, I would like to conclude that yes, everybody, it is an ocean or a rush of flood. Until otherwise you have a dam and somebody to control and then direct it properly, as Major Kalevani said, that it has to be more productive, and we are here as a platform willing to help out each and every entrepreneur, be it a man or woman or whatever it is. It has been our endeavor for last 1.5 2 years. We have been doing it, and we will definitely continue this endeavor, and ensure that we will help more and more entrepreneurs to come to the fore and then prove their mettle. So with this word, I would like to conclude this session, and also this 10-day long flea market session that we have been doing it. And as a final recap, I would like to tell that this digital platform is going to be a permanent affair, a 365-day affair. And those who have joined with a subscription, it will be treated as the annual subscription. And all their stalls links will be mailed to you. You can share it as your digital address, and you improve your business. And we are also planning to work very closely with Wiki and YIBN, who are our joint promoters of this event. That YIBN were there as a full-fledged team day for yesterday, giving lots and lots of hopes to the women entrepreneur, that lot many things can be exported from here, which they are willing to provide the platform over there. And of course, Vicky has assured us to jointly promote every month. We are planning to have every fortnightly gathering like this, and we would definitely like to empower more and more women. We are having 22 different chapters, that is 22 different states in which the rural tourism council is available. So they will be encouraging more and more entrepreneurs to join this flea market. So with this happy note, I declare this 10 days event close, and with a promise to meet you all again sometime towards the end of this January with our next edition of our Women Empowerment. Thank you. Good day, and Jai Hind. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all. See you. Bye.
Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to meet all of you again.
Thank you, Ms. Partha.
Nice
All the best.
to meet you all. Bye. God's grace.
Thank you.